YouTube, what is good? We are back with another episode of Marv's Room, and I wanted to jump on here today, man, and talk to you guys because I heard a story. This was last week, and I wanted to share with you guys to kind of just stress and impress on your mind, like, be careful who you get your advice from, because understand this: family and friends, they mean well, but they don't know well. I'm gonna say that one more time. Friends and family mean well, but they don't know well. Okay? Now, with that said, if friends and family are telling you to break up with someone or you should move on, and you and your person are constantly arguing and fighting, etc., I think they are 100% correct. And I think you, as an adult, that's something that you should already know. Friends and family shouldn't have to tell you stuff like that. When you're with someone in a relationship and you're constantly fighting and arguing, like that's toxic. You're already supposed to know. Get out of that. So when friends and family tell you things like that, 100% listen to them, because they shouldn't even have to tell you that. You should already know. So yes, they're absolutely right. What I'm getting ready to discuss with you guys, I'm talking about more complex situations where, arguing and fighting may not be going on. Physical, verbal abuse, etc. That stuff may not be going on. It may be something that can be fixed. It may be a few things that can be fixed. You just don't know how to fix it. You know what I'm saying? So here's the situation. I heard about a young woman who was in a relationship with someone. They broke up, and one of her friends told her, she said, "How are you ever gonna know if you're ready or not unless you move on and get into a relationship, whatever the case may be?" And so she listened to her friend, and she ended up getting into a relationship with a new guy. And the relationship with the new guy is going good, according to what she was saying. It's going good. However, she knew that she still had feelings for her old person. And on top of that, she went on to social media and saw that her ex was in a relationship with a new girl. And she said when she seen that, it crushed her. So now she's in this situation where she's like, she doesn't know what to do, because she's in a relationship with someone. Her seeing her ex made her crushed. She feels bad. These situations happen all the time because people try to move on way too fast. These situations happen all the time because people listen to the wrong people for advice. I understand your mom is your best friend or your dad is your best friend, or you knew one of your best friends since you guys were in elementary school, and that doesn't mean they're right. That doesn't mean that they are right. You guys got to stop doing this, man. And listen, and if you need to go to someone and pay them for coaching or something, then do it. Because that's better. I would rather spend $50, $100, $200, $300 than to spend a lifetime worth of regrets. I want you to think about that. Because so many people go to the wrong people for advice. And I want you guys to understand something. The 97% is the 97% for a reason. The 3% is the 3% for a reason. Why do you think the 3% of the world controls the 97% of the world's population? Because the 3%, they go to each other, because they all know, they all have the knowledge. The 3% never goes to the 97% and asks for advice. They never do that. They never do that. And it's the same thing with this law of attraction stuff. It's the same thing with this relationship coaching stuff, trying to get an ex back or whatever the case may be. Stop going to other sheep for advice. We have all been sheep ourselves at one point. Stop going to sheep for advice and understand you got to go to the shepherds for advice. And the shepherds are not who you think they are. The shepherds are people like myself, people like other great law of attraction teachers, people like the great 20th century teachers, Neville Goddard, Abraham Hicks, Catherine Ponder, Florence Scovel Shinn, Genevieve Behrend. I could go on and on. Go to these guys. Go to someone that knows their material, because this is the higher awareness. This is the higher knowledge you need to get through different situations in your life. You know what I'm saying? These guys know what they're talking about. Don't go to someone who's a friend of yours and you see that they have 5 different kids by 5 different women, or 5 different kids by 5 different men. Why would you go to them for relationship advice? Now, I'm not saying that's the situation in the story I just told you, but I'm just trying to make a point. You know, you guys got to be smart about who you go to advice for. Because like I said, friends and family, they mean well, but they don't know well. They don't have a higher awareness. 9 times out of 10, when you go to your family and friends, they don't know about the law of attraction. They don't know about it. They don't know about these great teachers. They don't know about the knowledge of like Neville says, state akin to sleep. They don't know about that stuff. They don't know about the theta state. They don't know about frequencies. They don't know about how everything is energy. They don't know about it. And it's not their fault. They're just ignorant. They don't know. But what I want you guys to understand is that it will be your fault if you continue to go to these people for advice, because you're going to end up just like this person in the story I just told you. Now she's stuck. She's in a relationship with someone. Now she's hurting 3 people, potentially. You know what I'm saying? She's hurting herself because now she's conflicted, because she knows she's with someone who she really doesn't care about as much as her ex. So now when it comes down to it, she has to make a decision. Either she's going to stay in this relationship knowing that she's really not over her ex, which is going to make her have conflicted feelings, and she's probably not going to be happy all the way being in this relationship knowing that she still has feelings for someone else, or she's going to have to leave her current boyfriend, which is going to crush him potentially. You know what I'm saying? Like, now you're playing with different feelings. You're playing with people's emotions. This stuff isn't a game, man. This stuff isn't, and that's why I stress it so much. This stuff is not a game. Like, you gotta make proper decisions. Don't try to move on from a relationship just to fill a void, just to get rid of the pain and the hurt, and just to have someone there with you so you don't got to think about your ex or whatever. That's the worst way to get over someone. And you're going to put yourself in sticky situation after sticky situation trying to get over like that. Take the proper time. Use the proper channels that you have to in order to heal. Because if you don't heal the proper way, you're going to put yourself in situations just like this young lady. Just like this young lady. Easily. And people do it every day. People do it every day. And it's sad is because all you had to do was one time, just go to the right person for advice. Just listen to the right person for advice one time. And you could have avoided all of this drama. But we don't do it. We don't do it. And listen to yourself, because you know the answers. You know that you need time to heal. You know when you're not really over someone. You know that. Just because you're not really over someone doesn't mean that you have to, get into a relationship quickly or stay single or whatever the case may be. Like, no, just take time to yourself. Just take time to yourself and figure it out. Don't try to rush. As we always say, the turtle wins the race, not the rabbit. The rabbit gets hit by a car. I've never seen turtles really get hit by cars and die and all this other stuff. Like, I never see it. The turtle always gets to the destination. But the rabbits, the squirrels, the fast little rodents, those are the ones that always get hit and killed by cars. You see them on the side of the road. Now, some of you guys might laugh at that, but that's a perfect analogy in life. That's a perfect analogy in life. Don't be those rodents. Don't be the squirrel. Don't be the rabbit. Be the turtle. The turtle always wins. The turtle always gets what he wants, basically. You know what I'm saying? You might see one or two, but, and on top of that, the turtle has a shell. The turtle has a shell. The turtle's protected. You know what I'm saying? So guys, don't ever forget this message, man. Like, please, go to someone that knows what they're talking about. Friends and family, I get it, they love you, but they wrong way too many times. Stop going to sheep for advice. Start going to shepherds. All right, guys, it's been another episode of Marv's Room. I'll see you guys next time. You know where, you know when.